Hey everyone, I'm Nishka, a high school junior and aspiring computer scientist. As the founder of the Youth Mentorship Project and the chairperson for the United Nations Science Summit Youth Parliament, I'm always looking for ways to tie computer science into other fields such as education and even community service. I'm also passionate about applying computer science into more technical fields, such as neuroscience as a student researcher at a lab at Stanford, and even creating AI tools for students to be able to figure out how to fill out the new FAFSA application after the new Simplification Act came out just this year. Stay tuned to learn more about my journey, but more importantly, why you too should learn computer science. When I was younger, I actually hated computer science. I always found it as a more complicated way to finish my math homework by writing code. But it wasn't until I was older and understood that computer science is really a tool to be applied to other fields of research, academia, and education to make insights that humans couldn't. Just this simple understanding unlocked so many different opportunities for me, and I want students around the world to have the same experience that I did. For that reason, I founded the 501c3 nonprofit known as the Youth Mentorship Project. Providing mentorship, resources, and curriculum, we target marginalized areas of the world that otherwise wouldn't have access to STEM curriculum. We have collaborated with a multitude of different organizations, such as the Society of Women Engineers, the United Nations Science Summit, Climate and Digital Education in Sierra Leone, and many others to be able to provide the best mentors and resources to our students. You can join this global initiative impacting thousands of students in over 20 countries by signing up on ympmatch.org as a mentor or student today. Other than creating YMP Match, I've been working with the United Nations Science Summit to create a new committee and plenary called the Youth Parliament. The Youth Parliament is a collective of youth around the world who are pursuing academia in areas of STEM and have insights that they can share at an international level. Together, the chair of the Science Summit and I have created an agenda where youth will be able to share the latest advancements in their fields, the contributions they've made to their fields, and be able to network with peers who are also pursuing such similar interests, and CEOs of different companies and national heads of research departments. This opportunity is open to all students, so definitely apply to learn how you can participate. And you'll also get the chance to fly out to New York to meet your peers and other amazing researchers in person. I am personally super excited to be able to share the work that I've been doing in computational neuroscience at the Schnitzer Lab and be able to share that with all of you. But more importantly, I'm excited to meet all other students who are as passionate about STEM research as I am. I was always a creative person growing up, so much so that the only memory I have of myself as a toddler is coloring a rainbow cupcake instead of going downstairs to eat dinner. However, as I was going through school, I was always told that computer science is a field for only people who are interested in STEM or are extremely passionate about math or science. However, I know this is anything but the truth. In fact, I started pursuing computer science in retaliation to the people who said I couldn't because I needed to be interested in math, though that's not a great reason and should not be the reason that you should start pursuing computer science. People don't really know how creative of a field computer science is, and as soon as I got introduced into the world of UI UX design, I saw an extreme application for my interest in art in technology. But the creativity doesn't stop there. All aspects of computer science are completely in your control and designed by you, ranging from areas such as application architecture to robotics command structure. Computer science as a whole is a problem-solving strategy, and the way that you decide to solve those problems is a test of your creativity. The biggest mentor in my life is definitely my dad. He has always had a thirst for learning in any aspect in any field that I've always longed for. We have gone on many long walks where a general conversation turns into a philosophical lecture. And when I told him when I was younger that I didn't know what I wanted to do in my future as a career, he told me that he didn't know what to do when he was younger either because he was interested in all subjects at school. Though his interest in various subjects is not the reason that I didn't know what I wanted to do in the future, I only long to have the passion for learning that he does. Even as he approaches the end of his career, he still has a thirst for learning as he reads new books on the latest technologies and advancements. He has listened to all my ideas, from the worst to the best ones that I now pursue. But what I think is the most admirable thing about him is optimism that he carries in everything that he does. No matter what he's going through, he always wakes up to a new day with a smile on his face and manages to put one on mine. And I am working to achieve the same sort of optimism that he has and the same outlook on life that he has so that I too can also live life to the fullest. My biggest piece of advice to anyone just starting to learn about computer science is to not dig too deep. And what I mean by this is that computer science is an extremely vast field with many, many different subtopics. And if you go looking for every area of computer science, you will definitely get intimidated by the overwhelming quantities of information and knowledge that is still yet to be learned. I think the most important to keep in your mind as you're learning computer science is that not everybody knows everything. In fact, nobody knows everything. It's really hard to retain all the different topics of computer science in your head. And honestly, that's exactly the reason why computer scientists created the web. It's a place for people to share knowledge and so that they wouldn't have to know all of it themselves. I would say the best method that's worked for me is exploring computer science one topic at a time. And the most important thing is not to compare your journey with other people's journey, as you will always feel like you're not as fast, not kept up with their progress, when really you learning computer science at your own pace is the most important thing. Everyone's path is different, and as long as you're passionate, dedicated, and disciplined, I have no doubts that you will be the next world-changing computer scientist. I wanted to thank Etre Girls so much for allowing me the opportunity to share my story and hopefully inspire millions of other girls and women to pursue computer science and STEM the way that I did. And I also wanted to thank you for watching the last few videos of me, and hopefully you could take away a thing or two to apply into your own life.